Hello, I'm Dave Peach, and this is the Crawfordsville Peachcast, sponsored by Tri-County Bank, your community bank since 1892. See them in person or at tricountybank.net. Tri-County Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Crawfordsville Peachcast. I'm Dave Peach, joined by Dave Meyer. Dave, how are you?
Dave, I'm Dandy. Glad to be back with you.
And we're also joined on this episode by Curtis Broadstreet. Curtis, how are you?
Curtis, yes, Dave, I'm doing pretty good. I'm fine as candy.
Now, we just spent the last 15 minutes looking for a pretzel diagram.
Yes.
Oh, I should say we're presented by Tri-County Bank, your community bank since 1892, and also sponsored by Central Indiana Rubber, Power for You, 123.
Hello, Todd.
That was really good.
That
was
okay.
Good harmony.
Make a little a cappella group.
Not barbershop raga. Dave, you know what that pertains to, yeah. Let's see. We spent 15 minutes looking for a pretzel diagram. Now, maybe it was a fever dream that came
Dave,
over
for the
me.
uninitiated, what would a pretzel diagram that could go a lot of ways. So
okay.
What are we talking about, Dave?
Okay. Well, we're going, it's pretty tame, folks. I don't know if you're, this isn't that kind of show. Okay. We haven't, but stay tuned. We get a little bit edgier later with our clip from Caroline in the City. I'm a big fan of pretzels. Okay.
Okay.
There's Auntie Anne's pretzels, and they're in malls and different shops along the way. And there's also Ben's pretzels. Now, and maybe you, Dave, can explain a little bit more. I've only seen Ben's at like games and food trucks. Does Ben's, is there a storefront for Ben's somewhere?
If there is, I am unaware.
They do catering of pretzels.
Wow.
Yeah, you just go to their website and, hey, I want this pretzel, and they'll ship it right to you.
And
how fresh, I'm not sure, but yeah, they do catering.
Huh. Well, and I know that when I went to the Wabash at Butler football game, there was quite a line for the Ben's pretzels at that football game. And I think we talked about this on a previous podcast. And in my dreams, or in a place that we cannot find right now, and maybe it was Ben's, maybe it was Auntie Anne's, or another big pretzel
to be named later.
Yeah. They had a diagram, and every part of the pretzel had a name.
The full anatomy of a pretzel.
Yes. And I can't find it to save my life. Curtis can't find it.
No,
could be a job for the listeners, Dave. Somebody out there knows the pretzel diagram answer.
The big jumbo pretzels too, not the pretzel bites or the pretzel dogs, and they even have Italian pockets, I guess. But yes, they do cater. I'm still trying to see.
That Curtis is still.
Yes,
we've given up, Curtis. Because
I'm
given up for now. But
I'm very into this.
Okay, so let me describe this. You've got the big pretzel. Okay, you just got it. And we talked about the pretzel from Ben's. You can get the one that you dip in cheese. Mm-hmm. You can get the one that is cinnamon, and you dip it in the icing. I'm a big icing fan with the pretzel. As you're taking the pretzel apart, David, you have to, and I'll let you weigh in on this. There are different parts of the pretzel, and they all have their own little place in the world.
Okay, I'm with you here. Because you got your little kind of your teardrop circle kind of thing, right? You got that in there. You got some break off parts, and especially with the icing, you're going to have some overlap with the icing that hangs on one of the parts. And so for me, you break the pretzel apart, you take and eat the piece that has the most icing first.
Well, now the thing of it is, Dave, though, the icing comes in a little cup, and you dip it when you get one from Ben's, you dip the pretzel in the little icing cup.
See, this is why the lines form. It's because of the interactivity involving sugar and a known carbohydrate.
But I can't find. I'm okay with it though. I'm okay.
Somebody should show up at the station, Dave, with this.
The pretzel diagram.
The pretzel diagram answer.
Maybe someday.
Should give it to our P.O. box.
Maybe P.O. Box 603, Crawfordsville.
Dave, the pretzel diagram sounds like a movie we should have watched.
There's Steely Dan's Pretzel Logic song.
Yeah. Jack Lemmon and who else would be in it, Dave?
Tony Francioso.
Tony Francioso.
Or Tony Franciscus, or what was the guy?
And we don't, yes.
I got it written down in the book. Hand me my book. I got it down here.
Would you please get Dr. Peach the book?
Give me the book. You can, Curtis says he eats half a peanut butter sandwich in 3 bites.
Average, wow. Yes,
okay.
Average.
Okay, so where do you start, though? You start at one end.
So, right? Yes, me and Dave had this conversation. I always start. The best part always goes last for me. So that way there's something to look forward to. So always like the crust part, and then you go for the middle. Some people do it differently. I'm one of those people that eats the French fries first and then the burger.
So what you're saying is when you're around people,
yes,
you take the sandwich,
yes,
and you bite one end, and then you skip the middle and you bite the other end, and then you have the middle.
Yes, kind of like a little puzzle.
Okay, Dave, do you have any strategies here?
I'm still trying to find Tony Francioso and James. It's James Franciscus and Tony Francioso.
Okay. That's yeah.
I think that's good enough.
No relation.
No.
But somehow, in our mind, at least in the Peachcast Untoasted world, related.
We're going to talk about network TV, and I sometimes we say things and I go, well, maybe not so fast as far as our broad brush saying that, okay, 1998 was the end of network television. So we got some challenges to that. We're gonna talk about those after the break, and eventually, I'm gonna find that pretzel diagram. And it's how can you find a 1976 Monday Night Football game between the Jets and the Patriots on YouTube in 2 seconds, and I can't find this pretzel diagram. It just bugs me. It bugs me.
It's a Casey Kasem blow up moment.
We will talk about these important matters and more next on the Crawfordsville Peachcast.
Are you looking for great prices? Do you have a smartphone? Of course you do. This is Bria French. With Tri-County Bank's Merchant Discount Network, you can get discounts on food, entertainment, tools, and so much more. All you need is a smartphone and your TCB Smart Rewards checking account. Cost savings are only a click away. Terms and conditions may apply. Tri-County Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Crawfordsville Peachcast. I'm Dave Peach. We've got Curtis Broadstreet here and Dave Meyer. Guys, oh, it's so much fun to have you all here in studio. Well, Dave's on Zoom.
Yeah, but we're here, Dave. We're here.
He's here in spirit. He's here in spirit.
Now, a few weeks ago, we did a podcast in relation to Blast from the Past, that movie starring Brendan Fraser and Alicia Silverstone.
Yes.
And we kind of said that when Seinfeld retired, and when he stopped his show, I should say, that was kind of the end of network TV. But I'm not necessarily going to say that was completely accurate. Did I waffle enough? Did I waffle enough on that one, Dave?
I think so, Dave. We were. It was broad brushy. Now we're double clicking.
Well, and I'm going to go over some shows that made it, a long way. And how about Everybody Loves Raymond?
Yeah.
King of Queens, The Office, Park and Rec, 2.5 Men, How I Met Your Mother, Big Bang Theory, and recently Young Sheldon. So when we say network TV died in 1998, I'm not sure that's entirely accurate.
No, definitely. And, some things are still going. The things that are still going. And I mean, as we know, most of the years in the last 25, football has been at the top. And that has not changed. And that's still driving viewers. But there's still a lot of decent quality television that is sticking around in some form. Some of it are like basically almost like line extensions with, some of the programs like Young Sheldon that, they're reaching in some regard, but as long as they have quality writing, and they appeal to the same basic audience, they work.
Now we do have Curtis here with us. Curtis, as far as network TV, and we have a young person here, Dave. It's kind of like
right.
we landed on.
He's in a demographic. We're no longer in a demographic, really.
It's kind of like we landed on a new planet, and we got a whole new people group to talk to.
Planet Z.
Yeah. So now we've got him here. He can answer questions, and we can learn from him, Dave.
Okay.
We can learn exactly what's going on. So
well, first of all, does he watch? What is he?
So yeah, not as much on just regular network television most of the time.
There we go.
It's on, but back then, like I used to watch a lot of Nickelodeon and Disney Channel and stuff like that, like SpongeBob and just the more of the cartoons. There was also another called Boomerang that kind of aired older, like much older, like stuff that children had never even heard of today. Like, let me see, but they used to air like these like older cartoons. Let me see.
I'm gonna let him go, Dave.
Yeah.
I don't want to lead him in any direction.
Of course,
like some of the more newer ones, like Tom and Jerry, like they play those. The old Scooby-Doo.
Some of the newer ones. It's kind of an older one, but go ahead.
Yeah, like some of the more well-known ones. They play Tom and Jerry and Scooby-Doo. Johnny Bravo, that was popular.
Johnny Bravo.
Yeah,
that's way past our childhood.
And Looney Tunes, the Flintstones, they play a lot of that. God, what's it called? The
Jetsons?
The Jetsons, that's right. So I used to watch a lot of that. And also like as I got older, voice crack, like as I got older, I kind of grew more into like when AMC, they started doing their own shows, like The Walking Dead. That was huge. The pilot episode, that was a really big like network that brought in a lot of revenue. And Breaking Bad, when that came out in 2008, I watched that not like as I got older, but yeah, there's still like like all these networks, they're making their own shows instead of syndicating all these other ones from different people. Which is kind of like the same route that like Netflix and Amazon Prime are going down too. It's like they're all kind of, you know what, we have our own ideas and we're just going to go with that.
Now, what you're describing, you're calling AMC a network. And they're not really a network.
Not particularly. No, they're more of like,
I would call them like a basic cable channel.
They would,
basic cable.
They would be more basic cable. Yeah, because most of the time they air like just movies. They air movies during like special holidays. They air a lot of national.
They're playing a little fast and loose.
Yeah.
On the movies, but when we talk about watching CBS, ABC, Fox, or NBC, how much of that do you watch?
I'd say very little. And I used to watch a lot when I worked at a CBS affiliate station, just because that was my field. Like Days of Our Lives, that still goes on today.
That's actually on. You're talking about Young and the Restless.
Yes, or I'm sorry, Days of Our Lives, and that Yeah, that airs on the dot about 1 o'clock after the afternoon news.
Now they moved days to online.
Oh, really?
Right.
They did. Yeah.
It's a Peacock thing, right? Or is that?
I did not know that.
I heard Dick Van Dyke was on a recent episode of Days of Our Lives.
Not only that, Dave, he won a daytime Emmy and became the oldest Emmy Award winner at 98.
You got to love that. Oh, my goodness. Wow. You know, when he walks on a stage, it's just like magic, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's
Van
crazy.
Dyke.
That is crazy. He is he's a guy. So I think did you let me run through these shows?
Yeah.
And see if you watched them when they were, of course, you're younger, but are you familiar with Everybody Loves Raymond?
Yes, I used to watch that a lot. Like probably not as much as like I said, like SpongeBob and all that. But yes, I'm familiar with Raymond. What's his name? What was his last name again?
King of Queens.
Yeah, and
Ray Romano.
Yeah,
Ray
Romano, Kevin James. Yes.
Now let me ask you this: this show has been on recently. Young Sheldon, did that do anything for you?
No, it did not. But I have heard, like, because they just wrapped up their series a few weeks ago. But I have heard it's about its popularity, and of course, its tie-in with The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah. So I guess, you know, here we are in 2024, and you know, a show started after 1998. American Idol in 2002.
American Idol was big, yes.
In 2002, and it's still on the air today.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Survivor. It's been on for a while. I guess there are
CSI.
Yeah,
right?
CSI.
Law and Order.
Let me ask Dave this. I think we could safely say that network TV has definitely, you know, changed. There's nothing really magic anymore about the particular days of the week. So it has changed since where we were in the 70s and 80s, where you were just you just couldn't wait for a particular night of television on a network. And here we are today. Networks still exist. They still try to say that they're relevant, but yet in all of the streaming services and everything, it's a total different ballgame.
Well, it's the networks are going to continue to stay relevant for current event programming. So that, you know, when you get into that, what is that? That's news and sports. And that's really going to be the money. We grew up on network produced television that had good budgets and, you know, employed a lot of people. So there were people fighting for those jobs, good writing. A lot going on now. It's so spread out that, you know, it really depends on where the producer wants to go with their product, and most of them aren't thinking of network television first. One, because it's still network TV, it has limitations, and you know, those limitations were always offset by the size of the audience. But now, you know, that it's you know, unless it's the network can develop content, they're not going to get as many outside producers that are wanting to basically produce shows that are ending up on specifically CBS or, you know, NBC or Fox, or I mean, they may produce something to get a better deal for Paramount Plus or for Peacock. Or moreover, you know, it could be, you know, specific to Hulu or direct to Netflix. But I mean, network it's still going to be relevant because, I mean, what's happening in the NBA right now is we're getting ready to see the NBA sign the largest sports contract with any entity is coming up. And that's going to come with some kind of combo deal with ESPN, ABC, and it sounds like NBC, and I think Amazon Prime as well.
Still out there, but very, very different than what it was. And you know, I still, you know, for me, you know, we think of the memories of CBS, NBC, ABC, and Fox. More and more people do not have memories of Gunsmoke and Lucy and 60 Minutes, which is still on, but you know, when it was such a big deal. So let's go to another kind of another topic. And you know, the more things I don't know exactly how to say it, but the more things change, the more they stay the same, or the more, nothing new under the sun, however you want to do it. We've got a clip that Curtis is going to put in for us. It's from the show Caroline in the City. It's from 1997. Now, Caroline has been approached to supply eggs for a friend who's trying to have a baby. Okay. So we'll say that. So Caroline is wrestling with this decision, and she brings in her assistant, Richard, to ask for some help.
Oh, hey, Richard. I'm so glad you're back.
You are?
Yeah. I wanted to ask you a question. How would you feel about donating sperm? No, Richard, not for me. It's a hypothetical question. Would you ever consider doing it?
No. If I wanted a Nordic track that badly, I'd go out and buy one.
Richard, I'm serious.
Why would I? Caroline, there are already 5 billion people in the world, soon to double. The planet is an ecological disaster. The forces of evil are quickly devouring the forces of good, and 7 women actually married Larry King.
Funny moment from Caroline in the City, late 90s, 1997. That was 27 years ago, and we are still hearing that today as far as the ecology issues, as far as population issues, as far as good versus evil. Not a lot has changed since 97. And that, you think about it, Bill Clinton was president.
Yeah.
We were racking up a lot of money on credit cards, or the internet was kind of getting out there, and we were enjoying that. And I mean, 97 was a pretty soft time to be alive, in my recollection. So, David, what's your thought on how despicable, how terrible times were in 1997?
They didn't seem that bad. They seemed pretty kind of wide open at the time. Yeah, Clinton economy was really good. Yeah, I was in the ascent of my career and thinking that I was more important than I was, Dave. So that's more what I was thinking about. I wasn't dreading in the kind of devout way that is described there. So, yeah, I guess it was funny to be morbid then, as it is now.
We talked about 5 billion people. That's soon to double. Have we doubled it yet?
Yeah.
Are we up to 10 billion? Maybe not quite.
No, we're about 8, I believe. So kind of half that.
Good numbers, but not there.
Yeah, but we'll get there eventually.
He was worried. He was worried about some of the things that we worry about today, and the good versus evil. I'm not sure what the good versus evil was in 1997.
Yeah. Well, maybe I don't know if we knew, but we were going to be scared of it if we thought it was evil.
And maybe it was just Richard.
Just Richard.
He was a wisecracking. I'll tell you what, he had a wisecrack for everything. He was kind of like a soundboard. You just hit him, and he makes a joke about this person or that person. He was ready to go. Caroline in the City, 1998, and I'll ask you both. We'll start with Dave Meyer, saying that a particular election is the most important in recorded history. Is that an accurate statement, or is it just good for business?
Well, it could be an accurate statement, but it must be good for business because, Dave, I know I've heard it more than twice. And so I kind of think, based on that we project and we also try to elevate. So whether or not it's accurate, it's certainly been touted a bit over time.
I can remember watching a discussion of back in, it was a replay, but it was a discussion about the 1968 election. That would have been Richard Nixon versus Humphrey, I believe, in 68. And they talked about the importance of this election and what is at stake, and just how the world hinges on the result of the 1968 election. And let me tell you, 1968, as I look back, was a heck of a lot more turbulent than 1997.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's just say, we'll say that, no question about it. But it's interesting that I'm sure that when 2000 rolled around and it was Al Gore versus George Bush, I'm sure that if you look back, people were talking about how the world was.
We've never had
a
more important. Yes, it is. Well, and part of it is we all want to elevate the importance of our time. So all that's in there.
Yep. Curtis?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same thing. It's more of a driving factor to get people out there to vote. It's more of a PR business practice that every election is a very important one. And yeah, I mean, honestly, this one's kind of no different, at least just based from my experience. Cause I only have vivid recollections of about 3 elections.
Yeah.
The 4 elections, the 2012, 16, 20. So yeah, about 3. And this one will be the 4th. So I don't really remember. I know like John McCain, that was a big deal. But yeah, I just wasn't really, because I was like 7.
Good perspective from Curtis. We do know one thing. As far as this election goes, more money will be spent on advertising in this election than any election in the history of modern man. You can, as they say, pun intended, take that to the bank.
Oh, I bet it will. And the funny thing is that typically advertising nowadays is done through other mediums. Like it's not like there's still like network television and radio, but now like an even bigger one I've seen a lot is like TikTok and Instagram. Over on the EU, they just had their election. Of quite a few of them were elected because people knew them as internet personalities, which is a little bit concerning because that's what people are electing them based off of, is just based off of, hey, I know that guy, instead of experience in the office. But yeah, some people got elected into a seat parliaments because of people knowing them just based off of their catchy personified personality on the internet.
Let me ask Dave a question real quick as far as legacy media, and I hope that's not a knock on the network TVs and newspapers and things like that. But as far as legacy TV, they get a lot of money off these elections. As Curtis said, a lot of money is being put into digital as far as political advertising. But hold on a minute. There's a lot of networks, CBS, ABC, NBC, Fox, and the cable networks that really are almost supported by political advertising. Would that be accurate? And if it is accurate, Dave, does that concern you at all?
Well, again, you and I could talk about the fairness doctrine and the removal of that a long, long time ago and what it created. Whether or not I think it's right, I think it's just part of the landscape of how political campaigns and how our political discussion and or information is distributed and sifted. So I'm not sure. Good question. I know that between pharmaceutical advertising and political advertising, that covers a lot of ground as far as how network televisions make money these days. So, and those were things, I mean, pharmaceutical advertising in our lifetime on television is a fairly new thing. It's within the last, 15, 20 years. Mm-hmm. So, but political advertising has never been as, wide and as deep as it is now too. So in that way, the television, both broadcast and basic cable, and definitely the networks that are focused on, political broadcasting. I guess Fox News was the first, and then it kind of came from there, and MSNBC and Newsmax and I don't know how many are out there, but there are multiple channels that is their entire existence.
And I'll ask you both: have you, if you've been on YouTube, have you been asked by a political candidate directly in an ad to donate money? Curtis?
Oh, plenty of times, especially on YouTube, because now they're like, because I've seen like local ads too, which is kind of cool. Like I'll get like an ad from a car dealership in Lafayette, which is like, oh, that's kind of cool. But yeah, I've seen a lot of my fair share of political ads on YouTube.
Dave, I'm sure you get a few, and they just want you to chip in a little money.
That's all. It's just it's the polite, hey, while you're here, hey, like, oh wow,
don't
wait
skip.
A minute, my phone is talking to me.
Now I'm going to go one more. This could be more for right-leaning communicators as far as their commercial content, we will say. But one thing about it is, when you're talking about buying gold as far as the economy is going to heck, you need to buy gold or survival food. I mean, if you're pushing survival food and gold, you do need to talk about the world ending here in a couple of weeks.
Well, but again, it works. Certain things tend to work when people are in fear or a part of somebody's stream of information, which says this is good and this is bad and this is who you should root for and this is who you should fear. And sometimes the products are in that zone.
And Dave, Ed, Curtis, either one, but when you buy the 25-year survival food kit that's going to last for 25 years, really, so let me get this straight. And we kind of go back to blast from the past. We'll be perfectly fine with our food, and sorry about the rest of you.
Yeah, and I something about that. I never, like, the astronauts never gained weight, right? Nor did they get off there saying that was boy, the food was great. Yeah, the weightlessness was fun, but the food was great. And I think the same thing about survival food, Dave. It's got to be mixed with so much whatever that makes it somehow keep. I don't know, Dave.
Well, what are you going to do, Curtis? Let's say it starts rotting in about 20 years. Where do you go for a refund?
I mean, that is a good question. Where do you go for a refund for your bucket of chicken noodle soup?
It didn't last 25 years.
Yeah.
Who do you call?
Unfortunately, I don't think you can, because even then, I mean, there's got to be at least a 1-year warranty on those foods.
Oh, anyway, I see them. Have you? Maybe we'll go around the horn. Dave, have you ever seen a commercial for survival food?
I have, Dave.
Curtis.
Not particularly, but I have seen people like try like MREs and the little buckets that televangelists sell.
Anyway, and we'll pick on Bravo a little bit. None of those housewives go on a picnic and do service projects together and get along. Would that be accurate?
Well, Dave, that is, I was going to say, I don't think that the opposite of that is their mission statement, but it's in that zone.
It's kind of like wrestling. It's kind of like wrestling.
It is.
They can't get along. I mean, nobody wants to watch, people get along, beat each other up in a ring.
No, there's got to be some tension, some drama, and you just introduce enough characters into the mix, and hijinks of the reality form ensues.
And the question out there for you, out there in podcast land, it's up to you to determine in your own mind, to do your own research, to figure out, is the drama that we see really drama, or is it good for business? That's what I wrestle with in my mind. I'm thinking, what are we doing here? Are we being played? Who's playing who? Where are we going? And at the end of the day, you really never know.
It makes sense, Dave.
Well, it's a deep subject, and we're coming back with segment 3 of the Crawfordsville Peachcast. Central Indiana Rubber Products provides the power for you. Central Indiana Rubber Products, or CIR, keeps farm equipment and local manufacturing processes running with gaskets, belts, seals, and O-rings, among a variety of other products and services. Employee-owned and always customer-focused. Central Indiana Rubber Products, 989 West, 83 North, Crawfordsville, and at indianarubber.com. Central Indiana Rubber Products, or CIR, power for you.
Dave, I'll hit you with some TV questions. Okay. I'm on a wiki page.
Okay.
The year September 2013 to May 2014, number 1 program was Sunday Night Football, tied with what CBS program, Dave?
2.5 Men.
Close, no.
Survivor.
NCIS. Big Bang Theory, number 3. NCIS, Los Angeles, 4. Dancing with Stars, 5. Blacklist, 6. Okay. We're skipping up to 2018. Again, Sunday Night Football. Now Big Bang Theory.
28. How many million viewers did Big Bang Theory have?
At that point, 10.6 rating. Sunday Night Football pulled a 10.9. Nobody else was over 10 for the year.
Does it show million viewers?
No, it does not. It's probably another page. But one of the interesting things is how many they rank all the shows that were in the top 30. How many years they stayed in the top 30 or were in the top 30? So, like a modern Big Bang Theory, 10 seasons.
Wow.
So, but some of the ones that you don't think about. So, how many you think Frasier did? Top 30.
8.
This is where I am. That's what I would have thought. 11.
Wow.
Frasier did 11.
Man.
Okay, so you think, in my head, 1 million. Andy Griffith, how many episodes of the Andy Griffith Show? How many seasons?
Oh, 5.
8.
Oh, that's right.
Because
I do watch that a lot too.
Yeah. The colored extensions.
Yeah.
That's right. They were still. Yeah, he ended up number 1, even though I think Don Knotts had 5 years.
But okay, so number 1 all time, 43 years, 43 seasons.
Simpsons.
Dave,
43 years. He goes Simpsons. I mean, I'll go a different way. I'll go 60 minutes.
Yeah, that's it.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay, I'll help you out here. Number 2, 32 seasons.
32 seasons.
I'll say ABC.
2020?
No. Dave, you know this.
Dateline.
No, I was thinking, but here's my thing.
Dateline.
Okay, don't tell me.
Monday Night Football stayed in the top 30. It must have. I thought it would have fallen out.
Was that it? 32 years for ABC?
Yeah, 32 years, ABC Monday Night Football. Wow. Okay. Number 3, 18 seasons. This is the show you think about that was on forever among shows.
Gunsmoke.
Yep. Okay, now, do you want to guess there are... No, I won't even... There's only one that's still going at 17 seasons among the 17-season lot.
That's still going?
Yes.
I'm going to go with Grey's Anatomy.
That's what I was going to go to.
Survivor. You're close.
Survivor.
But here's another one on that. On Grey's, how many seasons do you think Grey's has been in the top 30?
Well, you just said that Survivor was 18.
Yep.
And it was number 3?
Yep. Actually, Survivor 17, Gunsmoke 18, number 2, Survivor. It's tied with Red Skelton, Wonderful World of Dizzy, and the Ed Sullivan Show.
Curtis, I'll let you guess on Grey's Anatomy.
22.
It had to be under 18, right?
Yes.
Oh, it's under 18. Okay,
under 18,
sorry. I'll go 15.
He's correct.
Wow.
Good guess.
For a while.
You know, Dave, that was so interesting. We're going to keep it in the podcast.
Yeah.
So
No
Curtis,
way.
You can put that in there. I thought that was really good. So that was just kind of a.
I was just filling.
We're going to go ahead. A deleted scene that will not be deleted.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
Well,
okay. Well,
A couple of things. As I guess we're already in.
we're in it.
well, anyway, we're at the P.
Dave, I'm going to end up with this one. Of course, the show that I know everybody what's going on. Caroline in the City. One line that I think I'm going to use. Richard was given an opportunity. Okay.
Yes.
Richard was given an opportunity, and they said, "Hey, you need to go talk to Ron, or you need to go talk to Harvey." He goes, he said, "What do they want me to do?" And he goes, "I'll do it. I just need to know what to wear." The way he said it, "I'll do it. I just need to know what to wear." So I think I'm going to use that if somebody gives me something that I want to. Hey, you want to be the I'll do it. I just need to know what to wear. Okay. If they say, hey, they want you to do something, and I want it, anyway, I'll try to write that.
You've got a line, Dave.
And
You've got a good line.
I've got I got one question for Curtis.
Okay.
Okay. Now I know the answer. If I ask Dave this, I know he will know he will say, well, more than one probably.
Yeah.
But in an episode of Caroline in the City,
Mhm.
it was Sudsy Boy. He put too much detergent in the washer, and it caused the entire laundry room to become suds coated.
Classic sitcom.
Now,
Yeah.
have you seen that in a sitcom?
I have seen that lots of times, yes. And that was back when, was it boxed or was it still liquid?
I think it's normally a box.
Normally a box, yeah. I've seen that plenty of times. Oh no, look at what you've done.
Dave, is that kind of like an inside joke amongst people that do sitcoms, that they have to have the obligatory
there must be a code word.
Suds scene? Wow.
Suds
Tough.
scene.
That may be the actual term, the sud scene. We're going to do a sud scene. So they're going like full on, like, like with spit takes and blowing out the windows. Are we doing it, like film style, Mr. Mom? What are we doing? Yes.
Got the sud. And one thing that, speaking of suds scene, that's tough to say. I was doing Swap Shop the other day, and somebody had a brown sheet set.
Oh, Dave. Oh, my God.
You're kidding me.
Try to unload those brown sheets. I know that feeling.
I mean, you talk about hesitation.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't use sheets.
She's got a brown
Dave.
sheet set. Oh, my goodness. I can't even say it. I know it.
Well, they didn't want to sell the brown ones, but they said, well, we have some yellow or some off-white.
It's a brown sheet set.
It's a brown sheet.
Oh, my.
We got some yellow pillows without
I could have got somebody. Well, anyway,
good,
I was going for pronunciation. I don't know where you guys are going. You're going in a whole different other direction.
That's it.
Okay, that's what I meant. And it is James Franciscus and Tony Francioso. I've got the note here. I did find that. I found the magic cord. I found the double headphone thing. I found everything that I needed for this broadcast, and a big thank you to Curtis for that. Dave, I appreciate it. We will be back with some untoasted movies coming up and more on the Crawfordsville Peachcast. You enjoy your summer, and we'll be on the podcast soon.
All right, Dave, my pleasure.
Dave Meyer, Curtis Broadstreet. We are presented by Tri-County Bank, your community bank since 1892, and Central Indiana Rubber. Power for you. 1, 2, 3. Hello.
Hello. Todd.
Thanks for listening to the Crawfordsville Peachcast, sponsored by Tri-County Bank, your community bank since 1892. Tri-County Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Tune in Thursday for a new episode on Apple or Spotify, and please like, subscribe, and download the Crawfordsville Peachcast. This podcast was produced and edited by Up Their Media and is a presentation of Fork Broadcasting Digital. I'm Dave Peach, inviting you to join me next week.